town of Hollow Creek was quiet. Too quiet. The kind of quiet that makes you feel uneasy, as if the town itself was holding its breath. The silence was heavy, filled with secrets. Secrets that seemed to whisper through the fog carried by the wind. Lately, strange things happened after midnight. The clock would strike 12 and the town would come alive with eerie occurrences. A sudden chill in the air. Objects moved on their own as if guided by unseen hands. Doors creaked open and shut, echoing through the empty hallways like ghostly footsteps. The townsfolk whispered about a curse that had plagued Hollow Creek for generations, an old wrong, never righted, a sin from the past that continued to haunt the present. Fear clung to the air like morning mist, wrapping around the town and its people. Thomas, a young man with worried eyes, sat alone at the diner. He was new to Hollow Creek, but already felt the weight of its secrets. He clutched a worn locket, his only link to a past, shrouded in mystery, a past he was determined to uncover. The diner door creaked open, letting in a gust of wind that smelled of rain and fear. It was as if the town itself was warning him to leave while he still could. A figure stood silhouetted against the night. A wide-brimmed hat hid the stranger's face. He wore a long coat, despite the summer night. The stranger moved with a strange grace, gliding towards the counter. He sat down a few stools away from Thomas. This was the midnight traveler.
Coffee black as night.
Thomas watched him, mesmerized. The locket in his hand felt heavy, burning. He knew somehow that this meeting was no coincidence. The stranger turned, a glint in his eyes. He was looking directly at Thomas.
You carry the weight of the past.
Thomas froze. How did the stranger know? He clutched the locket tighter.
Open it. The locket holds the key.
Hesitantly, Thomas opened the locket. The faded image of a woman stared back at him. Her melancholic eyes seemed to hold the secrets of a forgotten tragedy. Your great-great-grandmother, the stranger said, his voice low and urgent. She was wronged. Her spirit seeks peace. The weight of his words hung in the air, heavy and foreboding.
Thomas's blood ran cold. A chill crept down his spine as he remembered the tales. The stories his grandmother used to tell. They were more than just bedtime tales. They were warnings, the whispers of a curse. It was all true, every eerie detail, every hushed warning.
Tonight the veil between worlds is thin, the stranger continued. The spirits are restless, seeking closure. You have until dawn to right the wrong. The clock is ticking and time is not on your side. He pointed towards the old farmhouse on the hill. Go, time is short. The fate of your family rests in your hands.
Thomas stumbled out of the diner, the locket like a brand against his chest. His heart pounded with urgency. He had to reach the farmhouse before dawn. The path ahead was dark and treacherous, but he had no choice.
The farmhouse loomed, a dark silhouette against the stormy sky. The wind howled through the crumbling walls, whispering tales of sorrow. Thomas stepped inside, each creak of the floorboards echoing in the silence. He saw them then.
Ghostly figures shimmering in the darkness. Their eyes, filled with pain and accusation, were fixed on Thomas.
His great-great-grandmother stood at the front, her face etched with sorrow. You have come, she whispered, her voice a mournful sigh. The time has come to break the curse. Thomas listened, his heart pounding as the ghosts revealed the truth. Their voices, echoing through the dimly lit room, told a story that had been buried for generations. A tale of betrayal, a broken promise, and a stolen heirloom. The parchment, yellowed with age, detailed the treachery that had cursed his family for centuries. He knew what he had to do. The weight of his ancestors' mistakes pressed heavily on his shoulders, but he was determined to set things right. Following the ghostly guidance, Thomas found the hidden compartment in the attic. The attic, filled with dust and forgotten memories, held the key to his family's redemption. Inside lay a tarnished silver locket, identical to his own. The locket, though old and worn, shimmered with a faint light, as if it held the very essence of his ancestors' spirits.
He placed both lockets on the old family altar, the silver gleaming faintly in the moonlight. The altar, a relic of his family's past, seemed to hum with energy as the lockets touched its surface.
As the first rays of dawn pierced the darkness, a collective sigh filled with relief and peace echoed through the house. The light chased away the shadows, bringing warmth and hope. The ghostly figures shimmered, then faded, leaving behind a sense of calm. The curse was broken. The house, once filled with sorrow, now felt like a sanctuary. When Thomas turned back, the stranger was gone. The mysterious figure who had guided him through the night had vanished without a trace. The only evidence of his presence was the lingering smell of rain and the echo of his words. Some journeys are meant to be taken alone. The rain, a constant companion, seemed to wash away the past.
The locket felt warm in Thomas's hand, no longer a burden, but a reminder of the past and the courage it took to face it. It was a symbol of his family's history and the strength it took to overcome their darkest moments.
The midnight traveler had vanished, leaving behind a legend whispered on the wind, a legend of redemption. The story of Thomas's bravery would be told for generations, a testament to the power of facing one's fears and righting the wrongs of the past.